Hey everyone, we're back for another workout of the day. Today is 4 rounds for time. It is called Body Blueprint. It is 10 over the shoulder med ball throws, 20 box jumps, 10 alternating V-up presses, 20 kettlebell swings, 10 kettlebell pop squats, and 20 ab twists. So you're going to go through all of those 4 times. Right now we're going to go through all of those movements and the modifications, and then you can get started. Okay, so the first movement is going to be our over the shoulder med ball throws. I've called them stone throws before because it's generally something that we would do like a strongman thing. We would do with a stone, but most people don't have stones, so neither do I. So we're going to use a med ball. So the important part about picking up the med ball is keeping it close to your body. So we want to make sure that we're not bending over and picking it up, because now the ball is out here and the weight is pulling down on my shoulders and that lower back. So we want to come down, pick up the ball. We're going to keep it nice and tight and close to our body. We're going to bring it up and we're going to toss it over our shoulder. And we're going to turn around and again pick it up with 2 hands, toss it over the opposite shoulder we just did. So generally I like to make sure that whatever way I'm facing, I always use that same shoulder. So my right shoulder when I'm facing this way, left shoulder when I'm facing this way. It just keeps things more organized so you don't forget which shoulder that you do. Again, we want to make sure we're bending down to pick up the ball, and we're keeping it close and tossing it over the shoulder. You can throw it a little bit more if you want to get a little bit extra in there. The only thing is just be careful when you're throwing it. We tend to lean back, putting that pressure in that lower back. So we can just roll it over the shoulder if you have any back aches or pains. So if you don't have a med ball, and it's kind of hard to do this movement with any other kind of weight because you will probably break something. But if you don't have a med ball but you have a dumbbell, you can kind of just do the sort of the same movement, touch, bring it over shoulder, bring it over the shoulder, again, touch. We're squatting down, keeping our chest up and bringing it over the shoulder that way. Kind of the same thing if you have a band and you want to use a band, you can one hand come down, squat, pull on either side. Okay. Next one is going to be our box jump. So we're going to have to set up with a box here. We want to set up nice and close to the box, and we're going to jump with 2 feet on top of the box, landing in this quarter squat position and standing all the way up at the top. Let me move over just a little bit. So again, we're going to jump 2 feet, land in that quarter squat, stand all the way up till we're locked up at the top. We can step down, or we can jump down. What we want to avoid is landing with our feet hanging off the box, or we want to avoid landing in this full squat position and then standing all the way up. When we land in that full squat, it's a lot on those hips and joints. So try to land as high as you can. If you cannot jump on the box, you can always do step ups, full foot on the box, no hanging off. We're going to use this leg only, to step up till our leg is straight. Then put that other foot on the box and just switching. What we don't want to do, we want to avoid doing this, using our leg as a crutch essentially. Again, you're putting some weird pressure in those joint areas, and you're also stepping up at an angle where your back is twisted. So now if you don't have a box, you can set up, if you have bumper plates, you can set up to a height that you feel comfortable jumping on top of. You can use a bench, just make sure the bench is steady. Remember, benches usually have padding on them, so it's a little softer to land on, a little bit unstable. You can use your stairs, you can, or you can just do jumping squats where we're coming down, knees out, chest up, and squatting. Okay, alternating V-up presses. So for this one, we're gonna do our regular V-up. So let's just go over it without the weight first. So V-up, alternating V-up is going to be switching your legs. So with the presses, we're gonna do opposite hand to opposite foot. We're gonna come down, press, and up. Another thing you can do is those hollow hold presses where you can just press up, or you can use one weight or no weight at all. So, all right, guys, stop. Okay, so there's that. Next thing is going to be our kettlebell. So we want to set up so that the kettlebell, so we're about a little wider than hip width apart. We want to make sure our chest is always standing up. We're bending at the hips with a slight knee bend when we come back. So we're pulling our butt back. We're pulling our butt back to the wall, bending at those hips, because what is going to drive the weight forward is the hip drive forward. So the more momentum and squeeze that you get from the kettlebell, from your hips, will pull the kettlebell. If you find yourself having some lower back pain, or you feel like you're really pulling in your shoulders, that means you're not allowing your hips to do the work that it was meant to do. So we want to use the momentum to swing the kettlebell back and forth. So in order to do that, we need to keep our chest up, bring our hips back, and we're going to slam our hips forward, squeeze your butt up at the top. So we want to bring the kettlebell back as far as the outside of my wrist is going to touch the inside of my thigh. If it's touching anywhere above my wrist here, it either means I am leaning over too far or I'm coming down and squatting. So we don't want to squat, because when we squat, you're taking away the swinging momentum. You're squatting, so now it's coming up and has to come out. So chest up, really using those hips to drive the kettlebell forward. It comes about eye height. So if you don't have a kettlebell, you can use a dumbbell, hold it at the top. And again, using those hip drives, all in the hips. You can use a band. So we're going to step on the band and pull it from the back. And we're going to use that same movement, except now it's a little bit more pull with the arms, but we still want to use those hips to move back and forth. Okay, kettlebell pop squats. So just like the kettlebell pop that we've done before, this time at the top, we're going to add a squat to it. So in order to pop the kettlebell up, we're going to bend down, keeping our chest up, and we're going to use our leg drive. So our feet are flat on the ground, drive up with our legs. As we finish that drive up, we're going to pull and then transition our hands to the side of the kettlebell and then finish with a squat. So we want to, when we squat, we want to make sure that our chest is up. Our chest, of course, this is happening right now. We want to keep our chest up and we want to have our toes slightly pointed outward. Our knees are coming out. Our feet are staying flat on the ground. We want to try to get down parallel. So this part of my leg is parallel to the ground or a little bit lower if we can. And then we're going to stand all the way up at the top before bringing the kettlebell back to the ground. So it's going to look like this. We're going to grab it from the top. And again, we want to keep that kettlebell really close to our body. So the closer, the better. Chest up, pull, catch here, squat. So let's break it down a little bit more just so the kettle pop part. Again, pulling from the top, my chest is up. I'm coming down in a squat position. I'm pulling and catching it on the side, coming down into that squat. So modifications. One, you can just do the kettle pop without the squat, or you can just do goblet squats. Again, you can do that with a dumbbell as well. So you're going to pop it up, come down in that squat. Just be careful not to drop things. If you have a band, you can either just do some banded squats, or you can pull, squat. So again, chest up, pull, squat. Okay, last movement is going to be our ab twist. So we are going to be in a V position with our body. So we're going to really need to use those abs to hold us there and steady. So I'm going to lean back, squeezing my abs. My feet come up. I'm in this V position. I'm going to go back and forth using my abs for the movement. Now, if you want to add a weight, keeping the weight close to your body as you twist. Don't bring it out here. If you find yourself completely unsteady, with or without the weight, you can put one heel on the ground and use that to stabilize yourself, or if need be, two heels on the ground to stabilize yourself. Just make sure that when you do that, you're not sitting up here, you're still having that lean back so you really get those abs working. When you are unsteady, it just means we need to work harder on that core. So that is the workout of the day. You're going to go through those 4 times, 4 rounds, mark down your time, your weights, and movements. Revisit, check your progress. Remember, visit us at www.macromachinecoaching.com, where you'll find blogs on different information and supplements and trends, and also Our supplement store is there, and all of our nutrition programs to help you get the best out of your fitness program. So check it out, book a consultation, get started, and I will see you next time.